Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The golden fields of Diddley Squat Farm had always shimmered with a kind of chaotic magic, one Jeremy Clarkson himself often called miraculous idiocy. It was a place where tractors broke down more often than they worked, where sheep refused to behave, and where every success came at the cost of a minor catastrophe. But amidst the laughter, sarcasm, and banter that had made the farm so beloved, tragedy had once again cast its long, cold shadow. Lisa Hogan, Clarkson's partner both on-screen and off, posted a heartbreaking update to social media that stopped fans in their tracks. A photograph of a quiet corner of the farm, once bustling with life, was accompanied by just 3 words: "We tried everything." The tragedy? Pepper, the beloved cow that had become somewhat of a farm mascot and a fan favorite, had died after a long, painful battle with illness. Though Jeremy's relationship with the livestock had always been complicated, even he had grown fond of Pepper's stubborn ways. She had personality, charging into camera shots uninvited, knocking over film crew equipment, and famously mooing at the exact wrong times during interviews. She wasn't just a cow, Lisa later shared in an interview with the local paper. She was a symbol, a reminder that life here is unpredictable, but beautiful in its own unruly way. But the tragedy ran deeper than the loss of one animal. This summer had been unrelenting. Floods in early June had destroyed a large portion of the barley crop. The farm shop, which had become something of a pilgrimage site for fans of the Amazon series, had suffered storm damage and was closed for weeks. Financial losses were mounting, and morale was at an all-time low. And then came Pepper's decline. First a minor limp, then days of refusal to eat, and finally an emergency visit from the vet. Clarkson, usually a man of bluster and brash opinions, was uncharacteristically quiet in his response. He shared a simple video filmed at dusk, standing beside Pepper's empty enclosure. "She was a good cow," he said, eyes red-rimmed behind his glasses. "She made me laugh, and more importantly, she made me care, which is quite something coming from me." Fans responded in waves. Thousands of comments flooded in, some sharing stories of their own farm animals, others simply offering condolences. But beyond the sympathy, there was a common thread of concern. If Clarkson Farm, despite its celebrity backing, its massive audience, and its charm, could be brought to its knees by nature and bad luck, what did that mean for ordinary farmers? Lisa's update later that week reflected that grim reality. This isn't just about Pepper. It's about every farmer waking up at 4 a.m. to feed animals that might not make it through the week. It's about battling the elements, the red tape, the rising costs, and still finding the strength to carry on. Still, even in tragedy, there were glimmers of resilience. Caleb Cooper, the young and fiercely loyal farm manager, was seen rallying the crew, organizing repairs, and pushing forward with the harvest despite the heartbreak. Gerald, ever mumbling but always present, planted a tree near the field Pepper used to graze, a quiet tribute. Lisa and Jeremy, ever the odd but endearing duo, were back in the farmhouse kitchen days later, bickering over tractor manuals and dinner recipes. But something had changed. A weight lingered, a respect for life, for loss, for the land. Tragedy may have struck again at Clarkson Farm, but as Lisa's final words in her update reminded fans, farming breaks your heart, but if you let it, it also teaches you how to grow something stronger in its place. And they grew wood.